friends. Here Miriam from Bethany, bringing you another hero during all this time that you were with me, talking about heroes in the Bible that did maybe some small things, but they turned out big because they were heroes. Maybe you can be a hero too. Today we're going to talk about this girl. Her name? Rodah. She lived where in that time where Jesus and his disciples were just after Jesus' death. This story came up. The disciples, they were all preaching and giving the news about Jesus and to have everybody to believe in him. And it happens that Peter, this is Peter, he was preaching and then he was taken to prison. And while he was in jail, in the prison, everybody at home, they were praying and praying and crying because they were sad to know that their dearest Peter was put in jail. And this is the house where everybody was. And Rodah, remember, she was the little girl that will open and close the door of the house. And that was her job. That night, everybody inside of the house, they were praying and asking, "Oh Lord, please, what can we do to have Peter out of jail? What can we do?" And since this was due in a night, Rodah heard someone knocking at that door. And she heard someone knocking very, very soft. And she heard someone saying, "Hey, open the door, open the door." Guess who it was? It was Peter. The story of Peter coming out of jail was very, very interesting and amazing. An angel came and took all the chains out of Peter's hand and feet and opened the door. Not even the guards noticed that Peter was getting out of jail by an angel. But an angel walked with Peter out of that place and Peter was free. What a miracle, right? But then Peter went back to the house where everybody was there. And he was knocking at the door. He was knocking very soft because he didn't want to wake anybody and probably go back to jail, right? So he was knocking at the door very softly. And he said, "Hey, open the door." And Rodah heard the voice. And she said, "Oh, I know that voice. I know who is there." So she ran inside and said to all the other disciples, "Do you know who is out there? It's Peter. You guys are praying for his freedom to get out of jail, and he's right there." So everybody was thinking that she was kind of crazy, but she was bold. Do you know what bold means? Bold means to be brave, not be afraid of telling the truth, even though you can get into problems or into situations that are not very nice. But she went, and even though nobody believed her, when everybody came out there and saw Peter, they invited him in over and they said, "Yes, it's Peter, it's Peter." So he got inside of the house and everybody was happy. The boldness of Rodah teaches us now that we can be doing small things. You know what her job was? Just opening the door of a house. That was her job. And she heard a voice. So whenever you feel like your job is not important, whatever you do is not important, just think twice. That Rodah was a hero because she was bold. Let's do this. I am bold. I want to be bold. Let's do it. Okay, come on. Put your arms like that. Be bold because Jesus is with me. One more time. Be bold. Be brave. Be bold because Jesus is with me. See you next time.